Hi, my name is Barry Walsh, and I am the producer of the BPI event. And I'm here with Günter Jagschies of GE. Günter, what are you currently working on?
Yeah, the most interesting thing that I do right now is I'm traveling mainly in Asia and also a little bit in South America in emerging markets and meet all those companies that are starting up there. So I have a great opportunity to see the evolvement of projects, local projects in these markets, aiming to look at affordability, new vaccines that they are producing for those markets, looking at accessibility for the people there who can't afford the typical Western price levels for drugs. What I like so much about it is that you see so many different approaches to things, and B, there's so much of a dynamic and a willingness to communicate with us, so we find a lot of opportunity to help in these situations, which is what I love to do, really. So that has been taking a lot of my year this year.
Okay. And where do you see the industry heading over the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, well, I think this is a slow-moving industry in a way. It's regulated, everything is very expensive, changes are expensive. So in 5 years, I think we're still going to see the same technologies being used, the same kind of molecules being purified. I believe we're going to see an impact from the biosimilar competition to our customers, the biologics industry. Prices will come down, therefore, and that will also impact the vendor industry to a degree. I think we all have to work out ways of reducing costs more as a response to this phenomenon of more competition. In 10 years, I believe that we will still see a strong impact from the pipeline that we have today, like many monoclonal antibodies. The molecules that are now coming into development are just coming to the market at that time, 10 years from now. So in a way, it's not going to be dramatically different, but I believe we will, see that discussions like, shall we really go for single use, they will have gone away. Mm-hmm. Discussions like, will there be feasible alternatives to certain technologies that we are currently using, they will have gone away also because some of these technologies will have made it into the production floor. I think we will see more consolidation. Our customers and also the supply industry will consolidate even more because that's almost required to keep up with the development costs and the efforts that have to be made into new technology.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the biggest challenges in bioprocessing?
Yeah, I just referred to the cost of development. If I rephrase that, I would say the biggest challenge for our customers is not their manufacturing or the fact that those drugs are needed, but the fact that it is so difficult to come up with new drugs. You see that right now many of the large players are going over to biosimilars, essentially copying what is already there. If I would take on the patient's hat, I would say develop more that we don't have yet, but that is so difficult. It's getting more and more difficult because we have solved all the simple problems already. And I believe that's the biggest challenge even into the long-term future, to really boost the productivity of the R&D pipeline that this industry has.
Okay, and then where do you see some of the emerging technologies coming into play?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to see improved drugs, incrementally improved drugs, incrementally improved processing technology as well. But what I really hope for, and that is the big opportunity for all of us, because we grow on the basis of new drugs and more successful drugs coming to market. Our customers obviously benefit from that, like first-line benefit. So I really hope that we will see some solutions to unmet needs, which will make this biologics industry grow further. because that's where the new growth is coming from if the prices for the legacy products are going to come down due to more competition. So I hope that we will see better cancer drugs, maybe finally an answer to Alzheimer's. I just heard about a colleague yesterday evening who has just been diagnosed with something called ALS, which I can't even say what it means in full term. And that's a really terrible disease where there's no answer at all, and probably an answer is in biologics. And I hope that the industry is going to use that opportunity, come up with new things for the doctors' toolkits and the patients.
Okay, and what do you enjoy most about attending the BPI event?
This is great because it assembles almost the whole community, at least from the United States and some abroad. So this is a splendid opportunity to meet with people. You have a very nice exhibition typically. This location again seems to be very nice for it. It's very condensed, very focused in one place, so you can actually orientate yourself also over the vendor industry in one place. And then in the conference, there are always surprises there, new information, great talks. We always have, I think, we always manage somehow to get very good speakers. The average is already good, but then there are always some highlights too. And that is a good package, simply.
Well, thank you, Günter, for taking some time with me here this afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event and your time here in Boston.